call me, oh how bena, shewo muhene, uni enani dasu, rao na bechi, oh Israel. Jacob Yamu Yabena Uba Bachien Ejawo Nien Yanani Daswo Raoga Nabechien Wo Nien Nani Daswo Rao na benchi Muni enani Daswo Jabrao na benchi Oh Israel Jacob Nyami Tabet Uba Betien Jawu ni enani Dasu Ra Oba Na Betien Yefrewa Yabro 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 Yefrewa Yabro Yabro, Yabra, Jaya Frewa, Jiansuo, 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 Jaya Frewa, Jiansuo, Jiansuo, Yefrewa, Yabro, Yabro, Jaya Yabro, Yabifrewa. Say a prayer, Jiansuo, Jaya Sami Yawi, Mami Tommy. Mira Sami Yahweh Mami hon Tommy Ejame diwe Shida Na Mami hon Tommy Diwe Shida Mami hon Tommy Sami Yahweh Mami hon Tommy Ejame diwe Mami hon Tommy oh Mami hon Tommy come on Daddy word Mami hon Tommy Daddy word Sami Yahweh Mami hon Tommy Daddy word she died Mommy won't tell me, maybe where she got. Mommy won't tell me, oh, maybe where she got. Come on, sing it up. Mommy. Mommy won't tell me, maybe where she got. Eradisa. My one you are here, Iradisa sa sa. I want you a year. I want you for your resappo. I resawa won't tabanasi. Iradisa sa sa. I want you a year. I want you for your resappo. I resawa won't tabanasi. Iradisa sa sa. I want you a year. Iradisa, ma woni wa ye. Iradisa sa sa, ma woni wa yo. Iradie, I want you for your resappo. I resha wa wonta banasi. Iradisa sa sa, ma woni wa ye. Oh, Israel, you called me. Oh, how been I? Shewo muene. Oh, ni ni dasu. Ra oh, na bechi. Oh, Israel, you called me. Uba Bachien, Ejawo Nien, Yanani Daswo, Raoga, Nabetien. Oh, ni ni daso rao na benchi. Oh, ni ni daso jabrao na benchi. Oh, Israel, you called me. Uba Betien, Jawu ni Dasu, Ra, oh, na Betien. Kia frewa ya bro, ya bro. Frewa ya bro, Jaya frewa jianso, Jaya frewa jianso, ya frewa ya bro, Jaya ya bro, ya frewa. Say a prayer, Sami Yawi, Mami Tommy. Mira Sami Yahweh, Mami Tommy, Jamediwe Shida, Mami Tommy, Ediwe Shida, Mami Tommy, Ediwe Shida. Sami Yahweh, Mami Tommy, Ejamediwe. Mami Tommy, oh, Mami told me, come on, every word she mommy who told me, every word she mommy who told me, every word she died. Mommy won't tell me, the word she does. Mommy won't tell me, the word she does. Come on, sing it up. Mommy. Mommy won't tell me, the word she does. My one you are here. Here are the stars. My one you are here. I want you for your support. I always saw one tabanasi. Here are the stars. My one you are here. I want you for your support. I always saw one tabanasi. Here are the stars, my one you are here. Here are the stars, my one you are here. Here are the stars, my one you are here. I want you for your support. I always saw one tabanasi. Here are the stars. Oh, Israel, you call me, oh, how bena, shewo muene, uni enani dasu. Oh, Israel, you call me Uba Bachien, Ejawo Nien, Yanani Daswo. Na beti wo ni ni daso na beti wo ni ni daso jabra na beti. Oh, Israel, you call me Uba Betien, Jawu Niani Gasu, oh, Frewa ya bro, ya bro, Frewa ya bro, Jaya Frewa, Jianso, Jaya Frewa, Jianso. You throw ya bro, hey ya bro, it's ya bro, yeah we throw hey ya bro, say you throw Jianso, Jaya throw Sami Yawi Mami Tommy Mediwe Shida Mira Sami Yawi Mami Tommy Mediwe Shida Mami Tommy Mediwe Shida Mami Tommy Mediwe Shida Sami Yavi Mami Tommy Mediwe Mami Tommy oh.
Just come in. We are waiting for that. Hallelujah.
Who's God?
Hallelujah.
Please arise.
We can go.
Who's God?
Hallelujah.
And he's so needed.
Thank you, Lord Jesus. Thank you, Lord Jesus. We thank God for this opportunity once again. And we thank Daddy, Apostle, and the Sanity for the opportunity given to us to use this platform to educate the youth and even the parents, so that we are not just going our way, but we are going according to the Word of God. We are according to some of the principles so that we don't fall aside. So once again, Daddy, we thank you wherever you are. And with me to do this discussion on the roles of a child is Dickness Agatha Iduma the one. Emma Margaret also represent today. God bless you. And Pastor Justice. We have prayer in there, so we're going to have him pray for anyone who's connected to us today. First of all, I want to also appreciate those who have joined us. We have not joined us, but we want Margaret Apple, Madam Margaret Apple joining us today. God bless you. Sister Priscilla Pabi. You have few also coming up there. We mentioned name as we go along. God bless you for joining us. So when it starts, you know, when you come to the role of a child, yes, and we also wonderful. We have Nana Wilson, the great technician, who's also taking us through. Without him, we will not come this far. God bless you. We appreciate that and we appreciate the effort. God bless you very much. So we are talking about the role of a child in schooling. Last week we discussed about the role of a parent, and today we want to look into our children, the youth, the students. What do they have to do? Proverbs 22 verse 6 says, train out a child the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. We want to give guidance, want to share some of the experiences and also what we read and also hear from our counselors, so that whoever is connected to us today, you are not even watching at this time. Anytime you play, you can also get to know some of the things that we need from our children. One of the major things is that, as educationists, you see that children spend much time in school as compared to the time they spend at home. Even if they come home to sleep, right? At much time, yes, they spend everything. So they don't just come to school because of academics, but how they go through with the teachings about morals, the virtues are taught by this, our tutors or educationalists. So if they don't get it right, everything is gone. Today I want us to talk about the role of a child. What is the role of a child to begin with? I'm sure Madam Agatha is here to start with that one. She's on fire, so I'm sure he has a lot of things to discuss with us. So please, those who are attaching to us today, please pay attention, because we want to know what our children need to do to make sure, there's what we call the rule of engagement. Everything that you have is a principle. If you follow it well, things will be fine, but if you go outside, things will be bad. So what, first of all, is the role of a child? Cannot just be fast. God bless you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, and at always and Daddy, wherever you are, I always say, a wonderful Daddy we have there. Always want to see his children moving up the ladder.
Amen.
He wouldn't want to move up the ladder alone, but also want to see his children climbing up the ladder as he climbs. Thank you, Daddy. Like our elder said, we are here to discuss the role of children in the terms of education. We said last week that is a responsibility of parents and teachers that see to the upbringing of children. But children, or the child involved, also has a role to play. So if parents are playing their role, teachers are doing theirs, the community, everybody's, the child involved. It's like we have a saying that you can force a horse to the riverside, but you can't force it to drink the water. So we have helped the child to get to the riverside. But so the child drinking or not, it's up to the child also. The child also needs to do certain things or do something, play a role there, and that is what we are talking about. So that is a responsibility of the child. What the child needs to do so that he or she can also succeed, whether in academics, whether in social life, everywhere or every place that he or she finds himself. That is the responsibility of the child. And we are saying that children are being taught. The role is how they apply. The role they play is we are going to see how they apply whatever they have been taught to their life. In the community where they find themselves, in the school where they are, in their home, at workplaces, wherever they find themselves. How do they apply whatever they have been taught? So after teaching the horse, the horse getting to the riverside, how the horse is going to drink the water from the stream is up to the horse. Then we'll get to know how thirsty the horse is. Is a child or is the horse applying the rules as to drinking water properly or not? The child will be taught all right, but as to applying them correctly or not, it's up to the child. That is up to the child to choose.
Yes.
Now, parents, like we said last week, are to guide. We serve as role model. Then we guide them so they don't fall apart or they don't go off track as children. But definitely, you know, some children, sometimes somebody say, "Feel way power, feel na kola way I say." Because looking at the kind of background of the child, we don't expect the child to go wayward. You don't expect the child, but like we said, the responsibility of the child there, meaning that the child failed to apply whatever he or she have been taught properly or in the correct way. That is why we have, or we end up getting these wayward children.
Yes.
Also, I'll add and I'll say that when you come to school, like we said, child has to learn, whether morally, whether academically, wherever there's a learning that takes place and how the child applies it. So whether to school, so if the child is in school, teachers are he's being taught by teachers. What you are being taught, how is the child applying it? There are some rules or procedures or steps the child needs to follow so that the child could succeed in the education ladder. We say that attending classes. Attending classes, not just attending anyhow, regularly, punctual. Was it yesterday? Yes, yesterday. A child got to school around 9 something, almost first period being over. Then the teacher brought the child to me and said, "Headmaster at school, the child said he woke up 8 o'clock. Was it the mother's? Or said no, but he felt like sleeping. Children now spend much time in school. So whatever training we are giving them in school also helps them in the house. So just a child, was sorry 8 o'clock. Now so sorry I'm not in school. But forgetting that there's also a child responsibility at home. So you need to wake up, clean up, do washing of dishes, see other few things before you even go and take your bath and come to school. It's not a matter of waking up from bed, straight to the bathroom, my food. That I'm misika when somebody asks you misika when I see they are putting money in your pocket. Misika when
you are a bank.
Yes, so misika when they demand for their money. Then they have to come to school, forgetting that they have other responsibility. The same way they bring to school. So come to school, sees that me teacher member pramao. Luckily, if you are some of the schools, some private schools, I know they have these cleaners around that are being paid to do the cleanup. Most private schools I know do. But when it comes to a public sector like ours, definitely you have to sweep. So if you come to school, 8 o'clock, and that's why we do 10 o'clock. So attending classroom, a child who wants to succeed in the academic ladder or you want to succeed in life must know how to what? Obey time.
Time management.
Daddy always hammers us with that. We will just say, oh yeah, sorry, Penny, come to that one now. Daddy always hammers us with that. You know, church will start around 8 o'clock. 7:30, you must be there. So that is how we also inculcate that in the children. So that when they grow, we said they learn and apply in their community. So, of course, school, lessons start 8. I should get early, clean up, then into a community, okay, sorry, starting 8. Then I need to get there earlier before the starting of the church. Is the same thing. How the child starts is how the child applies to his or her life. So obeying time, that is coming to school on time and being punctual, not coming to school and being regular is also necessary if you want to succeed in life as a child. Then we have also being prepared for class with the necessary item. Even that side, I will not blame the children much. I was saying something last week that as a father, as a mother, if you know your role in the life of the child, a child's education, there are certain basic things that a child will need. You don't wait for the child to be sacked from school that I need books, I need this. Yes, the child knows me, or send me the books. That showed my preparedness to learn. I've gotten to school early, but if I don't have the necessary materials to learn, how can I learn in school? I was sharing that we are in the 3rd week. We have some children who don't even have a single book, not even one exercise book to write in. So it means that the teacher, you have to sacrifice and give the child a book. Yes. Other than that, the child will be sitting, just either be idle, be creating unnecessary noise, disturbing the others who want to learn. If you don't want that, teach up yourself, then provide, be the second parent and provide. Yes, so sometimes you come into our cupboards, we have a lot of exercise we will give out to such children. We have pens and other things we give out. And these are some of the godly work we do in a small way. It has parents who provide for the child. So the child comes to school with all these things, with the bag, bonechi, or them say, yes, I am ready to face whatever teacher is going to bring on board this term.
And that even gives confidence.
Good. That even gives them the confidence. But coming to school, only book, seeing other children with their books, with their math sets, whatever a teacher will ask, it is there. It's not ready for class. It's not ready for learning. So whatever you push or you try to put there, seriously, meaning that it won't get stuck in the head. And it will get to the point that you need a child to reproduce whatever has been put in the head and nothing. Or whatever will come out, something that you wouldn't like or you didn't put there. Because at the right time, the child needed to acquire those things. The child's mind was not ready for that. Then the 3rd one I will add, and the last, then Mom Margaret and other people will come in. The child should be ready to complete all tasks.
Okay.
Completing all tasks. It will fear your role there. Whatever assignment, whatever role you've been assigned to, be ready to fulfill them. Same way when you come to class exercise, definitely you need to turn a better class exercise. Homework when you get home, it is not teacher coming home to do your homework. That's why I said homework, work. And it's not your parent going to do that for you. Your parents are there to assist, to guide you to do your homework. So when we're looking at that of the parent last week, we made mention of that. Checking the activities they bring home, making sure they have done their work. Now that you get some children coming home and saying, oh, me, they have mommy homework. Meanwhile, you look into their bag and they have piled of exercises there. Even classwork have been piled into their bag. They have second bags. Their school bag have become the second cupboard for them. You give them in school, they won't finish, they won't complete exercise, then they push into their school bags. But if they know that parents will play their role by checking their bags, the other coin may said the other buy no pepe one for foreign material behind the raffia checking they know they are going to be on task and do whatever they are supposed to do. So as even parents, you are not there, as teacher you are not there, you know that you get them playing their roles. Once you have the rules and regulations then kind of them, they'll definitely perform their roles, and that also helps them. So they wouldn't wait for you to come and tell them do this before they do. They know the right thing and the right time to do what. Not doing the right thing at the wrong time, but always doing the right thing at the right time. If a child knows how to go through this, then the child is bound to succeed in life and in every area he or she finds himself. I'll pause here so other people also come in.
Great. It's wonderful. You know, one thing that you said is very kicking is that even the days of manna, you don't stay at home, the manna falls on you. You need to do some work, responsibility. So if you want to stay back, you don't want to go and pick the manna, you will still sleep. God will not put the food in your mouth. So there's a responsibility. So we're still talking about responsibility. So you're going to continue. But when you finish with this, we'll come back to what will be the effect or the result of being responsible or the child playing the role. So can you tell us some of the rules? I'm sure you have your notes. You have things that you need to. It's a long time we heard your voice, so please let it come loud. God bless you. So please push it. Let us know what are some of the rules apart from what she mentioned. And then when you finish, we'll come with the effect or the result. So can you help us, please?
Yes, I will come in.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Our Deaconess Agatha has said a lot.
Yes, please.
And I will still continue with the role that a child needs to play in school.
Great.
A child needs to be serious in class, very attentive in class, very ready, to learn.
Yes.
With all materials, yes, provided for a child.
Okay.
A child needs to be attentive in class.
Okay.
Yes. When the teacher is teaching,
Yeah.
a child needs to be attentive, very serious.
Serious, yeah.
And then a child needs to come in with questions. If she doesn't understand.
Okay.
Questions, issues that you don't understand. A child needs to come in and ask questions. Yes, you should push and ask questions from teachers. To make sure that a child understands what the teacher has put in.
Yes.
A child needs to, do their homework.
Yes.
When they go home, they should be serious about their homework. They should be serious in asking questions.
Great.
They should be, they should get involved in whatever that is being taught in class, so that it will help them. When they come, they should, instead of a child watching television and other stuff like that, they should rather, go back to their notes, read more of the notes, understand what the teacher taught them, and if not, they should still push to ask questions and know more about what the teacher has given them. So they also have a very big role to play as a child.
Wonderful. This is a great, Mama Ged has come with more power and will bring the fire and so on. So before you get to Pastor Justice, one thing that I saw as we're going through is that there's something called teamwork. Children are trained how to work together so that, and then the virtues are taught to them. Don't beat your friend, forgive. When somebody does something to you, go to your teacher. Don't become master of your own. So these things are not, most of the time are not taught at home, but rather in school. So it's wonderful you mentioned this, that you should participate, because if you are in a group, somebody may be very good in talking, but when it comes to presentation, he's the one going to present. So group work, and when it comes to teamwork, they know everybody's the role to play. Wonderful. So we're going to go back to the effect or the result. When they are playing their role right, what happens? But I know you can have one or two of the rules. Then you can start with the what happens when they are playing the role well. So can you give us some of the rules, and then from there you move to the effect, and from there the only one I got.
Thank you very
wonderful.
much.
God bless you.
Very much. Madam Agatha has said a lot, and Margaret, absolutely. You have all spoken. It's powerful, As a child, one role I think children must also have in mind is that every child that wants to succeed in life, first of all, taking responsibility, you have to get your own timetable.
Yes.
You have to get your own timetable you live by. That at this time I'm doing this thing at this time.
Yes.
I'm doing this thing at this time. I'm doing my reading from this time to this time. All work and not play will definitely make you a double. But at least you have to know that this time I'm doing this at this time and at this time. Because if you don't put structures in your life, you will be you mess things
Yeah.
up.
Anyhow,
Yeah.
it's true.
Because you can be doing the right thing
At the wrong time.
you'll be doing it at the wrong time.
Exactly.
So as a child playing a role, you have to get your timetables right. That this time to this time, this is what I'm doing. This time to this time, this is the time that I'm sleeping. Like you were saying, how can you wake up at 8? And then you said, I just felt like sleeping. That means if it felt like sleeping, that means at the time of sleeping in the night, she didn't sleep that time. So the time of waking up must enter into the time of sleeping so that it can fulfill the desire of the body. Because the body must sleep this kind of hours. So by so doing, you forfeit the time of sleeping. By fulfilling the time of sleeping. But if you have your timetable that, okay, I'll be going to school around 7 p.m. in the morning, so let me check my time. Okay, I'll work from this time, I'll play from this time to this time, I'll read my book from this time to this time, then I go to bed at this time. Definitely I'll wake up by this time. I'm sure it is going to help the children as well in the house.
Wonderful. So we're coming back to the effect. When a child plays the role, what happens? I don't know what they want to start, or we start with the...
Okay, then let me just quickly some of the effect. And then let me just go into the Bible. You know, in the book of 1 Samuel, the verse 8, chapter 8, the verse 3 to 5. I'm not going to read it, but I was talking about Samuel and his children. Samuel was a major prophet in the Bible that the Bible said none of the words that Samuel spoke fell to the ground. So I'm thinking if someone tells you are going to die tomorrow in the morning, whether God said it or God didn't say it,
God will confirm it.
Because he's diligent with God, God will confirm it.
Yes.
But when Samuel was old, he has to lose that position as Samuel in the Bible because he didn't get anyone to succeed. So the Bible said the elders of Israel came to Samuel and then they told Samuel, Samuel, you are old, but your children walk not in your ways. So get us a new king. And that king won't come from the lineage of Samuel. It will come from somewhere else because the children failed to walk
the spirit of Levite has
how their father was walking. So they had to forfeit that precious office. So some of the effect, when you are not putting yourself right, you lose everything. Just like Saul lost it. The throne was not supposed to be given to the Benjamites. It was supposed to be given to the Judah and the land of Judah. But because Saul was the one that approached Samuel first, Samuel said, okay, God has chosen you, so I'm making you a king. He was made a king. But because he also couldn't follow the trend, he lost the throne. And the throne was taken from them. So if you are a child and you don't play your roles and all those things well, you lose big time. Because there are certain things they are supposed to come to you, but because you don't fit into that position, you just lost it. Imagine if there's a position for that boy who came to school at that time. He had already lost.
I don't think they would want to.
So we'll go for interview late. An interview is fixed for 8 o'clock. And feel like I want to sleep.
You have already lost it. That thing already. So these are some of the effects. They lose big time. You lose on destiny big time because you didn't just fulfill some of the obligations that were given to you.
Great. It's wonderful. So we'll come to Margaret. But one thing, Margaret mentioned something, that when the child plays the role, it gives him some kind of confidence. And even put the person, like you mentioned, if there's a position in the school, automatically you may look at the way he comes to school, report on time, the way he relates with friends, he's participating in school, like you mentioned, and he's like, oh, well, let's give to this child, it's very good. But as soon as we see him that he's going outside, everything is gone. Now we'll come back to you. What are some of the effects? So it could be negative, positive. You can.
But before I come up with that one, Pastor was saying something about Samuel. Same way I also talk about when you even look into the line of Eli.
The father.
Then Samuel even going to live there. Hannah and El-kana playing their role very well. So bringing in the role of parent in their childhood, visiting them. Hannah and El-kana always visiting, checking up on children. But Eli's children, Hophni and Phinehas, rather, what was their end? That is, I'll say that meeting expectations. There are some expectations as a child you need to meet. So in academic, there are some expectations that you need to meet. So yes, there are standards that you need to you need to meet. So if you don't meet those standards, like Samuel's children, you don't fit. So academically, if you don't meet those standards, definitely you will fall off alongside. That is, if you don't play your role well as a child. If your mother is playing, your parents are playing their role, teachers are playing their role, communities are playing their role, but you, the child, fails to play your role very well, you will fall off alongside. Like in the perfect example that we have given in the Bible, you realize that the parents were in that position all right, but the children had all the luxury, they had all the opportunity to make it in life. So when it comes to its effects, you can lose some positions that are meant for you. You can lose them easily on a silver platter. You might think that, oh, you will meet to seek a field, to change and make it. Oh boy, it's not like that. Life is not like that.
It's a choice.
Don't forget that, like I said, they will come to you, but you seek away. Because you you've not putting your money in their pocket. No. It is not your money. It is your father's money, it is your mother's money. But just as it's their responsibility to give it to you.
Yes.
That is why they give it to you.
Yeah.
But not that it's for you, so you demand for it. You don't demand for it. No. So if like a child born and bred in a well-kept home, we expect that, oh, the child should come out behave the way they are. But no, it doesn't happen so. If the child fails to perform his or her responsibility, whatever is meant to be yours, your inheritance, you lose it. When it comes to academics, you realize that you fail because you don't follow your timetable. No timetable to guide you. You do your things anyhow. No, you come to school anytime that you want. Teacher says A, you say B. Parents says this, you say that. You don't want any direction for your life. No direction for your education. You will go wayward. Then definitely, academically, you will fail. Sometimes it's sad when you go to the examination hall. Some of us have the opportunity in vigilating them, supervising them, and marking their scripts. You ask yourself, so did this child go through the school system for this 9 years? And simple things they cannot spell. You sometimes want to even help, you cannot. There was one time, there was a child, in fact, it was hurting with him. Just watching the child fail, poto. Then I stood by the child, and I'm saying, then our person, so how can I help you? The child mentioned the word. I spelled it. Even the one behind the child heard it. Madam Pachobe to me actually, oh Charlie, it was even illegal doing that. Now, so he says there are some people. Oh, what the sources in question anymore say crime in sources in Bepuato because of the way of chance here, because of the way of picking up things and wanting to know how their life will be, and that is it. So academically, we feel Libanon, we feel Podada, we'll come out with the F in chains. Now say, but out sooner way and Sapapa so to give that encouragement. Then it goes wayward. It says that, oh, I am good for nothing. If that child doesn't get somebody, oh, yes, you have failed this, but there's still something in you. I wrote something and said that for the child who succeeds perfectly, you realize that in society, they also succeed. They fit into it. So knows how to go to school on time, knows how to do, I'm not forced to do, play my role in school. The same way comes to the job side, are given whatever you are supposed to do, your job description. Doesn't wait for the manager to come and tell me do this, do this. Always everything is on point, everything is done. If you need this, the file is ready. Wouldn't wait to be told what to do. You come into the church, it's the same as that's there. That same person comes to the church. Whatever role or assigned to the person, will not wait for the pastor or somebody to come and tell him or her. Be reminded to do whatever you're supposed to do. Yes, there are sometimes forgetfulness is there.
Yes, but not too much.
Not too much. It runs through the child's life. From baby or chas here, it can be positive, it can be negative. Negative will bring oh friend baby. Positive will bring obvious oh me obi the oh this person is there.
It's very kept, yeah.
Yes, somebody can even bring you up. Oh, Abranti we baby.
Yeah, can use him, yeah.
You can sometimes you look at some of us and seriously our qualification even don't fit some of the positions or some of the things we are being asked to do. And sometimes your bosses see you and they say, boss.
Yeah.
Because you rather feel you are under them.
Yeah,
but they rather see you and say, boss.
Yes.
Why? What did they see? Sometimes some of these things, as the child learns and picks them, becomes part of their life, in life, wherever they find themselves, in the society, at workplace, in community, you realize that they get a positive impact and it works for their life. And the blessings also comes in.
Yeah.
So that to be like this, the life of Samuel's children. Yeah, probably but they would not be told that what they won't fatter. So now I didn't do well. But they said because of this, yeah, farmer, but rather whatever it is yours, you'll be given to perfectly.
Hallelujah.
That is a positive side of it.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Wonderful. So as you continue, something is boiling, and I can see the way you may take this discussion. Those who are watching us, please, you can play it back and take your time to listen. One thing that comes out, Daddy always talk about what we say about the life. Life is full of choices. How you pick it, how you manage it, that's how you want it. In times of practical training, that's what Daddy will tell you, that whenever there's time for something, he wants you to come out. If you don't come out, he won't give it to you, because somebody who does things with the motivation within, he does it very well. So that he will not force you, come and stand here, come and want to know, until you come out, because there's something in you that is boiling, that the position you want to hold, so like you mentioned, when it comes to the choice, you decide, you can decide to watch, take your parents' phone and sleep with it in the night. Then you wake up late. And to go against you, see, when you fail from the GHS, SHS, then you are starting feeling like that because you're paying out to push in more money to go and do remedials. So life is full of choices. We are saying that if you want our children to go well, don't, because we are saying the role of child doesn't mean give them to them. No, guide them. If not, children, if you allow them, they can even start, they will start brushing their teeth at the classroom. So if you don't want it to happen to you, please, we are saying that. So we're still going on with the effects. I know you may have some, that you mentioned one very important, you keep them confident, positive ones. Yes. What are some of the things that you can mention? The one you finish, we have Pastor to pray for those, yeah.
The confidence is a positive aspect.
Great, very important, yeah.
Of when a child is doing the right thing.
Exactly.
But the negative aspect,
yeah,
it makes the child very angry in life. Yes, very
Blaming
angry.
people.
Yeah.
Blaming people all the time.
Shifting
Every time,
blame,
yes,
yeah.
shifting blame.
Yeah.
Everything is somebody.
Yeah.
Everything is somebody.
Witches are chasing you.
Yes.
If you don't study, you are failing. No witches would
Blaming everybody. And enviness
Yes.
set in.
Yeah.
Enviness. When you see the friend going up,
Yeah.
he's envious.
Yes.
Why is he envious? Because he didn't do the right thing. And then you see everybody happy and going on with their works, and then it becomes the envy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so enviness setting, anger,